if you're into knives at all, or anything to do with the whole EDC realm that is now a thing, you've probably heard of the company Workshop. If you haven't, then in short, they're basically a company that provides simple, affordable, easy to use, high quality solutions to sharpening your knives and whatever other tools you have that might need sharpening. And from what I've seen and heard from my friends that own products from them and watching people on YouTube using their products, they seem to be really, really good and simple to use. Because as you may know, if you are into knives, that sharpening knives is actually not that easy to do. So I had a quick conversation with the guys over at Workshop, and they were kind enough to send me a few products out to test out and help me sharpen up some of my knives, because some of them got a little bit dull. So I thought, what better way to test out their products than to unbox them right now, use them for the first time with absolutely no experience in using their products, just to show you how easy their products are to use, if it's easy to use, and how good their products actually are. So they sent me out 3 products. The main one we're going to focus on today is this, the Workshop Precision Adjust Elite Knife Sharpener. So we'll get to that in a minute. But to start with, the other 2 products they sent me are these 2. So this is the guided field sharpener, basically just a sharpener you can take into the field with you and get a new edge on your knife while you're out and about. And the other one they sent, I didn't even know this existed. This is the micro sharpener and knife tool. So essentially here and here, you've got some stones for sharpening your knife, and then inside you've got some Torx bits. So basically they go into a little bit at the bottom of the tool, and you can do knife maintenance and sharpening on the go. So this is going to be going in my EDC pouch, and make sure you subscribe so you can see a video on this in the future and that one in the future as well. But let's get to this. So this is essentially their answer to making knife sharpening so much easier than it ever has been. And I've watched a lot of videos on it, so when they said that they would send this to me, I got really excited. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and set it up, sharpen my bug out, because my bug out is pretty dull at the moment, and see what edge I can get from it, from where it is now to how I can get it after using this. So let's try it. Okay, so I've got my bug out right here and a piece of paper, and as you can see, it's not sharp at all. It's really dull. I've never sharpened this, and I've had it for about 1.5 years. So let's hope this sharpener's good. Here we've got the Workshop sharpener, and literally I haven't taken this out of the box yet, so there's a first for everything, I guess. So it comes in this nice case, as you can see. So when you open it up, you have this nice elastic thing, and then in here, what's this? Okay, so this is the sharpening tools, essentially. And then underneath that, you have the actual device itself, which is all tucked away nicely into its own little sections inside this case. Okay, that's everything. Cool. Right, now I need to figure out how to put it together. So this will be the base. I guess this just clips in. Nice and easy. And this is what you'll use to clamp your knife. Nice and easy. By the looks of it, you just unscrew this, undoes the clamp, hopefully, should. Yep. So that undoes your clamp. I guess you clamp your knife in and pop that in there. So we'll just clip my knife in now. Like that will do, maybe. Get that nice and tight, because we don't want that falling out when we're sharpening and cutting ourselves, do we? So that, nice and tight, knife's nice and secure in there now. And I guess we just pop this in there and then choose how we're going to start sharpening. So you just twist this little rod here, and that basically goes in increments, like 1 degree increments. I think I'm just going to go for we'll go for 20, because that tends to be, as far as I know, like the best angle that people sharpen at. Now, what we've got here is the sharpening things, like I said, and they do just spin. So you've got anything from the most coarse, which is 220, all the way up to an 800, I believe. So I don't need to go really coarse. I might just start straight up at 400, to be honest, because I don't really need to do a new edge on it. That just pops in there. And it's as simple as literally just doing that and working your way along the edge. What I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go across this side of the knife, and then I'm gonna feel for how sharp it is, spin it over, do the other side, keep doing that, and I'm gonna go all the way to 800 from what I'm at now, which is 400. And then I'll obviously smooth it off, make it a nice fine edge, and we'll see how sharp it is. Don't know how visible it is on the camera, but you can already see it looking a lot more shiny than it was. It was pretty dull, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not expecting this to be perfect, obviously, because it's my first time, but so far, this is going well, I think. And it seems to be so easy to use. You don't have to worry about your angle going wrong or anything like that, because it's clamped in at a specific angle. So all you literally have to do is just sharpen the knife, go up and down the blade, and it already feels a lot sharper. So it's literally like no stress that you're gonna mess your edge up, which is amazing. Now, move on to the next one, which on here we've got 600, 800, and then ceramic. So we're gonna go straight to 600 because we were just on 400. So easy to use as well. Everything seems to be magnetic, so just pops in there. We're ready to go with 600. Right, so now I'm just gonna go to the ceramic. And now for the strop. With this, I gotta remember not to go that way because we'll cut straight into the leather. So we'll do a few on this side. We'll work our way across and down, I guess. Like that. Right, I've just cleaned the knife off because it needed a clean after all the sharpening. And I've got to say, that was the easiest process I've ever had for trying to sharpen a knife. I used to use my great granddad's whetstone and I was awful at it. I could hardly get a decent edge on it. Probably messed my knives up quite a lot. So I was always scared to sharpen my more expensive knives on it. But with that, considering how easy it was, I took 10 minutes and I feel like the knife is now very, very sharp. That is now what I'm gonna use to sharpen every knife I have, even my more expensive ones. I'm gonna sharpen a couple of my more expensive ones. After this video, I just thought I'd sharpen the bug out in this one because it's the cheaper one, and if I messed it up, doesn't matter too much. But now it's time to test whether it's sharper or not. So if you remember, just before, let's stop doing that, that's a bit aggressive. Just before I started sharpening the knife, I tried to cut a piece of paper. Same as this one from the exact same little field notes book. And it just, like, it ripped, it didn't cut. It just, the knife just ripped through it. Now, let's see, shall we? That says it all. Ready again? It's foolproof. That, I don't need to say anything. That was 10 minutes and that was the first time I've ever used it. You saw me take it out of the box, I'd never used it. 10 minutes on the knife. And it's like straight out of the box. Maybe even sharper than it was when I got it out of the box a year and a half ago. So, big fat thumbs up. Big fat thumbs up. And I'm just gonna say this now, Workshop haven't sponsored this video. I'm not paid by them in any way at all to say anything. If I thought this was shit, I would say it. But this piece of paper speaks for itself. So think what you want. Go and get one. I'm going to link everything down below so you can go and try it out. Stay tuned for videos on the other products they sent me. Also check out my Instagram and my TikTok because I'll be posting stuff there. Subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.